Happy holidays, everybody. Looks like we got another interactive comic from Blizzard titled Reflections, featuring Tracer on the cover. In this issue, we basically get a glimpse at how our Overwatch heroes spend the holidays, and thus revealing just a little bit more about our favorite heroes, especially a very big reveal about Tracer. Now, there have been a ton of theories out there about Tracer and their social preferences, one of them involving the polyamorphous relationship between Tracer, Gerard Lacroix, and Emily Lacroix, also known as Widowmaker. For those of you who aren't familiar with this theory, it suggests that these three may have been having a three-way affair up until the untimely death of Gerard. Personally, this is one of my favorite theories about the trio, but in Reflections, we see a troubled Lena Oxton in search for a very special gift. It's later on revealed that the gift is for a very special someone close to Tracer's heart, as you'll see in the background right here of the comic. For the LGBT community, this is a very big deal since the game now officially represents someone from that community, since previously it was speculated that Zarya could be the icon for the LGBT community, but seeing as there is very little background story for Zarya and her personal life, so yay Tracer! Further down the lore of Overwatch, however, there are certain images in Reflections that may or may not hint out on the stories of our heroes from the Overwatch universe. In a sequence where Winston is wondering how the rest of our heroes are doing during the holidays, we see Torbjorn, Reinhardt, and Bridget getting together around a nice warm fireplace. Those who follow the lore closely won't be surprised to see these three together, since we all know Torbjorn has had some part in creating and maintaining Reinhardt's armor, while Bridget is Reinhardt's sort of one-woman all-around maintenance crew. Whether or not Bridget is blood related to Reinhardt still remains a mystery, but seeing as there are several children surrounding these guys, and they're not just random children, but they're children that look very similar to one another, one could actually speculate that Bridget might be Reinhardt's daughter or granddaughter even, and these children may be relatives to Reinhardt and or Bridget, or both. One more thing before we move on is this blonde woman sitting cordially beside Torbjorn. Obviously they're sharing a very special moment together, but this is actually the first time we see Torbjorn romantically involved with someone, which then brings up the question if Torbjorn has any children. We do see a few children circling around Reinhardt that have blonde hair, just like the woman sitting beside Torbjorn, but we can't really be sure if they belong to her, and more importantly, if they belong to Torbjorn. If any of these children are in any way blood related to these two iconic figures of Overwatch, they could be grounds for a new narrative, maybe even future new heroes. In other images, we also see Genji and Zenyatta together, with Genji writing some sort of letter to someone. My best guess is he's writing to his family, or maybe even his brother Hanzo, but already I've been seeing memes going around based off of this and another image of Mercy. So next we see Pharah for some of you. She's enjoying what seems to be is a dinner with an unknown man to us. It doesn't seem to be a romantic dinner either. The man could be a fellow colleague from Helix Security, or the man could be Faria's father. I don't know. There's just too little information in this single photo to make any judgments. Then we also see McCree passed out sharing a pub with Sombra. Why they would even be in the same pub together remains a mystery to me, but seeing as both of them are from gangs, McCree from Deadlock and Sombra from Los Muertos, and with Reaper still having some sort of interest in recruiting McCree into Talon, I have a few theories brewing in my mind. And then we see Mercy on medical duty with a letter in her hand, just like the one Genji has in his hands. And I've said it, I've seen some memes emerging from this one. Another very interesting image is the one of Widowmaker standing in front of Gerard's grave. There were a few theories that citing that Gerard may not actually be dead, but this image of her mourning for her dead husband just might be a debunk to that theory. And more importantly is the fact that Widowmaker, who is supposed to not have any feelings or feel any emotion after whatever Talon did to her, is displaying a great amount of emotions in this single image. Could there be a retribution story in the works for Widowmaker? Could there still be hope for Amelie to emerge from this nightmare that she's living? I don't know, but I would love to see one. Just the idea of exploring that story gets me so excited. Could Widowmaker actually be the downfall of Talon? Ultimately become the downfall of Talon, destroying Talon single-handedly or whatnot? Ah, man, damn son, I really know how to hype myself up. Alright, moving on. We also see a gloomy image of Soldier 76 or Jack Morrison with Anna Amari. Anna obviously sad because she isn't with her daughter, but Morrison here is holding a photo of him beside and with his arms around what to me looks like his son or someone close to him. This right here is really interesting, because if Jack, Soldier 76, has a son, who is he? And where is he? Why has there been no mention of him? And does this debunk the Jack Morrison is Pharah's father theory? And lastly, we see Reaper, Gabriel Reyes, stalking a couple who could this couple be, and why is he stalking them? To me, it looks like Reyes is really stalking the woman. I'm getting the impression that after the downfall of Overwatch, Reyes was assumed dead by many, and one of those people affected by his death could be a former lover. So you see, Reyes holds a lot of grudge and anger, and all of those requires motivation. Soldier 76 and Reyes were both assumed dead during the tragic event in Switzerland, and judging by these two images, it looks like they both lost more than just their jobs at Overwatch. They lost their friends, their families, and more importantly, they lost their entire life. They are now forced to live a completely new life in the dark and hiding from the rest of the world under aliases, working for strange organizations, unknown organizations. But the only difference is that Reyes didn't take it too well, and Morrison simply learned to live with it. Well, anyway, I don't know what Blizzard has planned, but they are definitely setting up the stage for all these interesting future stories. So this has been Poch, and we've just ended a session full of speculation for future Overwatch lore. I do hope you guys liked the video, and I really hope I'm really sorry if I haven't been able to make much videos lately. There have been some changes happening, and I really hope I can get back and make more videos. So I'll see you guys next time, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Happy holidays, and I wish you all the best of luck.